So I don't know if we're going to go the whole hour. And we read these a few weeks ago, but we're going to read them again. This is The Adventures of Finnegan Fox. Boop, Tootsie, Freckles, Pickles, and Cherry. It kind of sounds like my lunch. So.
And when you were all done, you were like, boop.
So, those of you know Finnegan Fox. Finnegan Fox is one of the foxes that are at Save a Fox. Well, it's rescue, but it's more of a sanctuary. And this is basically where they give foxes a home from the fur farms. So it's a wonderful place. So check out Save a Fox Rescue Facebook. They even have a TikTok now. You know, just don't go into the negative side of TikToks. So I am going to read to you. The first one is going to be, oh, it has it here. Save a Fox Rescue is their Facebook. They also have a YouTube called Save a Fox, and their Instagram is SaveAFox_rescue. So we're going to read first about Kipper. Kipper gets rescued from a fur farm. And again, I read this a few weeks ago, but it's a good little story, and the illustrations are top notch. It even gives you some pictures along with the illustrations. Hello, Becky. Hello, Craig. Baby Kipper was raised at Save a Fox by Finnegan and friends. Kipper came from a fur farm. What is a fur farm, you ask? A fur farm is a place that raises animals only for their fur. Fur farms raise foxes and minks and other animals, often making coats out of their fur. Look at this little cute little picture of Kipper. Thankfully, Kipper was saved as a pup from this terrible fate. Oh, look at this. This is little fox pelts, which is awful. But look at the little picture of Kipper down here. Save a Fox is able to rescue foxes that the fur farmers cannot care for. In Kipper's case, his mother stopped taking care of him when he was just a young pup. Did you know that all red foxes are born in the spring? Most of them are born between March and May. Oh, there's another little cute little picture of Kipper as a real picture. Oh, you hear the baby sounds, huh?
It's time for dinner.
Because Kipper's mom did not take care of him, he had a chance to be saved. And this is the director and founder of Save a Fox Rescue with Kipper. And these are older pictures because Kipper is full grown now. The day Kipper was rescued was the best day of his life. It was the first day he got warm human cuddles. A baby fox is called a pup, a kit, or a cub. And here's a picture of Finnegan with Kipper. Uh-oh. Those babies are demanding.
Yeah, I go in as fast as Donut can eat.
Kipper was still young enough. He needed to be bottle fed. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Did you know when foxes are 10 to 12 days old, their eyes and ears open? More pictures of. If you listen real carefully, you hear, Attica, Attica. Kipper grew up fast. By the time he was 15 days old, he was able to start eating soft food on his own. Then, when he was 12 weeks old, he started finding food all by himself, or foraging. Look at that picture of Kipper. Kipper, like all foxes, was already full grown by the end of the fall.
Has anybody told you he has full-blown diarrhea? He has since last week.
If Kipper were in the wild, he'd be able to survive on his own. Oh my God, look how big Kipper got. Look how, there he is full grown. And there goes my insulin pump telling me that I need to take my blood sugar, which I'm not going to. Hold on for 1 second so I turn this pump off. Oh, I turned the alarms off. I'm not turning the pump off. Calibrate now. No, I'm not going to calibrate now. What are you going to do about it? Audio options, alert silence, all sensor alerts.
Oh.
Alright. So that shouldn't bother us anymore. I think they might explain this a little bit. I think. We're going to see. I seem to remember. Now, Kipper is 1 year old. Finnegan and friends have taught Kipper all about being a fox. Finnegan has the big job of helping raise new pups every year. One day, Kipper will help raise rescue pups, too.
I can work on that. I can get it.
Can't think of her name. Quiet. There's a wicked remorse here.
Kipper also spent a lot of time with his friend Waverly, who lives in a different fox yard. Did you know? It is best to keep foxes in small groups when they are grown up. In the wild, they would live alone or with a mate. Then there's a picture of best friends with Kipper and Waverly.
There he goes. Oh, honey. I don't want you to hit your head. I can't see you.
Kipper is a shy fox when it comes to meeting humans, but he loves spending time with Waverly, who is now his mate. Kipper is grateful to the humans at the rescue who saved his life. Oh my, there's this picture of Kipper eating watermelon. Look at that. Is that cute? I think they explained that, but I have to double check to see why he's black and white.
Okay,
Well, maybe they don't. Kipper was rescued from a fur farm as a baby. He could never be released into the wild. He will live out his days here at the rescue. He is helping educate people around the world about the practice of fur farming. This is his story. So here is a picture of Kipper when he was a baby, and of course when he's full grown. Look how big he got. See if I missed something about raises. You know what? They must have different colors because they do call him a red fox. All red foxes are born in the spring. Most of them are born between March and May. So there must be variations of red foxes. Just none of them that call people, you big dummy. All right, that's a different red fox. That's a comedian red fox. All right. So now let's read about Finnegan Fox and Friends, The Great Escape.
Oh.
And this is in loving memory of Mouse. Yep. Mouse was rescued from a fur farm. The fur farmer released her to save a fox rescue because he didn't see her surviving the winter. Mouse lived a year with us at Save a Fox. The red fox species comes in many colors. They're right there. But some of these colors carry such weak genes, they should not be bred. Mouse was a sapphire gene fox. This gene is a weak gene. Problems include, but are not limited to, anemia, early loss of teeth, and generally weaker animals, leading to a short life expectancy. When an animal inherits sapphire from both sides, you can get genetically weak foxes. Very similar to double merle dogs. I don't know what that is. Mouse was the first fox, to our knowledge, to have ever gotten cell therapy. She had been diagnosed with Chidiac-Higashi syndrome. This is a genetic defect that affects the immune system, blood cells, and nervous system. Hello, Danielle. Good to see you. She was on multiple prescriptions that helped provide her with enzymes that her weakened pancreas could not produce naturally. She was more susceptible to parasites and worms because of her weakened immune system, even when given preventatives. In the end, the antibiotics, the prescriptions, the stem cell therapy, and the love she was given was not enough. Rest in peace, Mouse. We will never forget you. So here is a picture of Mouse and the drawing of Mouse. And it doesn't even look like that Mouse ever even got to full size. So. All right, on to the story. One night, Finnegan had an idea. He was going to dig a hole out of his fox yard and take everyone on an adventure. And those of you who are not familiar with Save a Fox, Finnegan is like their derecho. The most popular fox there. They do a lot of videos there of Finnegan. And Finnegan is very, and the thing is with Finnegan, you rub his belly, he sounds like he's laughing. He goes, hee, 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 hee. Highly recommend looking at those YouTube videos. They're adorable. So, oh, you're welcome, Sharon. Yep. And Save a Fox is in Minnesota. They have a big farm where, and they have mostly foxes, but they have some minks. They even have a coyote, I believe, there. So it's kind of cool. And just to let you know, they do have a lot of cats there too. So, all right, Finnegan dug quick and fast so that he wouldn't be caught. Dixie, and Matthias quickly followed. Matthias and Dixie knew they weren't supposed to leave and weren't as confident as Dixie and Finnegan. So they went back to the yard. Finnegan and Dixie wanted to run and explore. Dixie found a rabbit in the prairie, so they decided to jump through the long grass and chase the rabbit until they lost it in the forest. Oh yeah, Asha! There she is. The fake feral, as I like to call her. Because she's never been feral, yet she's got the ear tip. They frolicked through the woods and came into someone's backyard. They saw a swing set. Finnegan and Dixie decided to play on it for a while. Asha! Asha! It was getting late, and there were all sorts of unfamiliar sounds and smells. They decided they better head home, where it was safe. They heard howls as they walked through the woods. Then they saw who was making them. Did you know? Coyotes are much faster than foxes, but foxes are often known to outsmart coyotes by their quick zigzag movements. They quickly came up with a plan to outsmart the coyote. Dixie dodged to the right, and Finnegan ran through the coyote's legs. They both ran as fast as they could to escape the coyote to get home. Then they decided that they were going to paint a picture. No, I was trying to make a joke about the Roadrunner, painting a picture on the rock and the coyote running into the rock. As the sun was rising, they made it back home to save a fox rescue and found the gate to be let back in. Finnegan and Dixie were so excited to be back home with Matthias and Dixie. Did you know? In the wild, a red fox will have a territory of 2 to 3 square miles. With all that extra room comes dangers like coyotes and hunters. Dixie and Finnegan talked about the fun they had outside. Dixie and Matthias listened closely, especially to the scary parts. After their long night exploring, they definitely needed a nap. Finnegan was woken from his nap by Kipper tugging on his tail. You remember Kipper from the last book? Kipper was eager to learn about digging, so Finnegan decided to teach Kipper the Fox Kit to dig his own mighty hole for the next adventure. Did you know? In the wild, foxes dig holes to create dens for their families. It is a strong, natural behavior. So there is the star of the last book getting a cameo here.
Ow. What did I bite my finger for?
Now here's the funny thing. It has a read it again game in here. You've probably had a lot of fun reading about Finn and Dixie's big adventure. Now for a little extra fun, read it again. This time look for one bug somewhere in each illustration. And we did this before. So there's a little, it almost looks like a frog, but I think it's supposed to be some kind of a bug.
I was going to show them a cute intermission.
They got the little ant here. Oh!
Sorry, I was going to show you a cute intermission. Boom.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all...
Intermission. Go get your pop
Let's all go to the lobby and get ourselves a cat.
Hi. Oh, you're so little.
He's got the little smudge on the nose.
Yep, a little smudge nose. And it's really hard to see on cam, but they're starting to get their little tiny baby teeth.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, little needle teeth. Yep. Say, I feel so...
I know.
Are you my mama now?
Yeah, not quite. Just for a couple of days.
I'll have to look at the pictures of Jesse, the one that we got when was maybe that age, maybe a little bit older than, and we ended up adopting Jessie, and now she's going to be 4 years old this month, and she's got that little attitude, the tortitude. All right. Next book is called Brown Bear, Brown Bear. What do you see? Brown Bear, Brown Bear. What do you see? I see a red bird looking at me. Yep. They're on YouTube. They're actually on all the social medias. They're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Red bird, red bird. What do you see? I see a little duck looking at me. Yellow duck, what do you see? I see a blue horse looking at me. Blue horse, what do you see? I see a green frog looking at me. Green frog, what do you see? I see a violet cat looking at me. Violet cat, what do you see? I see a white dog looking at me. Huh. Well, Sharon, here, let me put my hand up. Nice to meet you, kitty. There. Nice to meet you. So, the violet cat, I see a white dog looking at me. White dog, what do you see? I see a black sheep looking at me. Black sheep, what do you see? I see a goldfish looking at me. Goldfish, what do you see? I see a teacher looking at me. Teacher, what do you see? I see children looking at me. This one looks a lot like Bonnie. Oh my God, that's pretty funny. Oh God, with the glasses and everything. Well, she had a green shirt that she would wear too, a green sweater. Children, what do you see? We see a brown bear, we see a red bird, a yellow duck, a blue horse, a green frog, a violet cat, a white dog, a black sheep, a goldfish, and a teacher looking at us. That is what we see. So that is Brown Bear, what do you see? Oh God, I might have picked up the wrong book. See, they have the books in English and Spanish, and I meant to pick up the English books, and it looks like I picked the Spanish book up.
You have to read in Spanish. What's the rule?
I was not good in Spanish at all, and I could not even tell you. You know, I could probably, you know, soy una foca y puedes hacerlo tú también? También, I remember también. And claro que sí. Soy un mono y salado con los brazos. You know, it might sound like that, you know. Yo soy yo y muevo el dedo. Gordo, which gordo I would think meant, gordo, heavy. Doesn't mean gordo mean heavy. Del Pi. Puedes hacerlo tú también.
When you're done, I would like you to go read too.
That might be fun, but I can't read it. I picked up the wrong book. But I can read you this one. Do you want to be my friend? That makes me mad. I didn't look at. I meant to look at these, and I. So the reason why I got these at Kohl's, and the reason why I went to Kohl's is that Amazon, you can take back. You can actually go to Kohl's and exchange things. And that book that I was reading last week that had the print like all messed up, I finally sent it back to Amazon. They sent me a new one, and I'm going to read that again because I couldn't read the whole thing last week. So I'm going to read it again, and that's another one. Yogi loves, you know, most adorable little yellow lab. All right, so this is called "Do You Want to Be My Friend?" Do you want to be my friend? Little mouse with the horse. Here's a little alligator. Come on, focus, focus. Wait a minute, there we go. So now let me go. Oh, there we go. That's better. There's a lion. Here's a hippopotamus. This one's not, it's a little bit short on words. This looks like a seal, and I bet the next one is a monkey. Yes, it is a monkey, and we kind of know what the next one is because there's a lot of them here at FFRC. Peacocks. Looks like this is another feather. It's probably another bird. Nope, it's a fox. Didn't we just read about foxes? And then it looks like the mouse is getting on something. I don't know what that is. Oh. It is a kangaroo and a joey. Hello, David. And it looks like the mouse is going to another tail. So, whoop. That almost looks like a tiger. Yep. Wrong again. It's a giraffe. And then the one mouse says, yes! Because I think there's a snake there. And then there's another mouse that says to the other. Oh, look at this. the mice are coming out of the tree. Thank you, David. You know who that is, right? That's my buddy boy, Gallant. And here is the snake. Morse code. So here is the end of the book with the little two mice in their little home. Oh, you like that kitty, huh? This kitty is a former member, was a resident here almost 10 years ago. This is Sir Gallant the Braveheart. He lives with me at home. He just turned 10 years old. We bought these personalized hats, and we didn't realize that the material attracts cat fur. So it gets really, really fuzzy, and it's really hard. You know. So I do have a little honest problem here. I kind of underestimated the amount of books to bring, and I didn't realize the one book was going to be in Spanish. So I don't have any more books to read, but I'm not going home yet. I'll just stay here for a little bit and just talk to you guys. How's that sound? Maybe I will bring up some Save a Fox videos and show you that. YouTube. SAVE, Save a Fox. Here we go. All right, so let me show you this video of Finnegan, because he's quite a character.
Great protection and great low rates.
Oh, I got two ads I got to go through first.
Morning already? Taco Bell's toasted breakfast burritos will get you out of bed with fluffy eggs, crispy bacon.
Right, here we go.
Hi! Hi, Finnegan! You good boy?
Thank you, Dwitty.
You jealous?
Sounds like he's laughing, huh?
Hi, Finnegan.
This is
Oh, he's
Save a
loving
Fox
that.
Rescue. And Finnegan Fox is kind of like their most popular
You like the scratches, Finnegan?
fox there. Kind of like
You
the
like
Rachel here. He's very chatty. This is a red fox.
You good boy?
And as you can see, I have a trouble keeping my hands.
Whoa!
Jameson and Shadow are in a disagreement.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was thinking that too, Mike.
Finnegan's going over there to show Jameson who's boss fox.
So, again, Save a Fox does not rescue wild foxes. They are not licensed for wild foxes. They're all the foxes that they have rescued are from fur farms, every single one of them. So, they would not be able to rehabilitate or release any wild foxes. So it's a really cool thing. So. I'm going to check on those babies to see if they're sleeping yet now that they're fed. They're all sleeping, all of them. I'm going to go and wake them up. Wake up, babies. Wake up. Hello, Kiara. Hello, Kiara. Oh. Oh, that is the cutest thing. I might have to go get a picture of that and show this. Oh, you're welcome. I'm not leaving yet. But there's the cutest picture I have to take a picture of. And I'm going to post it to Chatters. All right, where's my camera? There we go. Oh, no, that's my email. Camera, there we go. Oh, I messed it up. I messed it up. As soon as I opened the little door, Egypt got up. But basically, Egypt and what's the little gray kitty's name? The little kitten? They're all wrapped around each other. Yes, they're in Minnesota. They're all wrapped around each other. It's kind of cute. They're obviously friendly. Really, Leo, where is that at? Stephen, okay. So Egypt and Stephen are kind of wrapped around each other. It's very cute. You know, I remember back when Bonnie and I were engaged, we went on a trip to the Poconos in Pennsylvania. And I had to go out and get some food. And I came across a whole bunch, like 5 or 6 black bears. And I was fascinated. Obviously, I wasn't going to get out and go, oh, it's a bear, let me pet you, bear, But I was just fascinated, and I wasn't going to stop or nothing like that. Oh, okay. I've been hearing, I have a couple friends who live in Los Angeles, and they've been having alerts at night because mountain lions have been seen going down the street where they live. Mountain lions. But of course, LA is right there, what was it, a desert? Wasn't LA like a desert before? So that's all mountain lion territory. Yeah, you got to be careful with that. Now, when Bonnie and I went to the trip to the Everglades, we saw so many alligators. It was cool. I wasn't afraid of that, but I wasn't going to be the idiots like some of them were. because there was a whole bunch of baby alligators, and they were the most adorable thing. And I would take pictures, but I stayed a healthy distance back. There were some people who obviously were born without brain cells who would go right up to the babies and try to get that perfect picture. Meanwhile, 10 feet away was Mom. You know, just people are idiots. So it's funny. I'm going to see if I can get that picture of Egypt and Stephen. Oh, you're not cuddling anymore, Egypt. We're not cuddling anymore. Stephen. Hello, Egypt and Stephen. Hello. Look at this little goofy one. Look at Spiker. He's always hiding his head. Yeah. So I apologize for running out of books today. I think Kiara has forgiven me. Ooh, look at the fundraiser stuff. The Hamilton collection. But not Hamilton II. I am looking at the stuff for. Very cool. Did you guys see Hamilton II? Hi, Mariah. We do story time every Wednesday about this time, about 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Mountain died. One time a mountain lion dragged a deer carcass onto my sister's lower deck. Oh my God. Yeah, it starts at 7:30. About, usually, we don't usually start early. We usually start just about 7:30. Wow. Hello, Kiara. How's the Kiara girl? Yes. So let me show you. That's a cesspool. Let's find Instagram. There's my Instagram. So speaking of Cole and Marmalade, you guys know that they also adopted a couple other cats. This is Jug and Zigzag. I don't know which one's Zigzag and which one is Jug, but they also share the same home with Marmalade. And a couple, every now and then I read the Colony Cats book. Here's a Instagram post by the Colony Cats. There's also a page called Cats of Instagram, and they always post some really cool pictures. Oh, New York City foster kittens. Yeah, Cole passed away last year, DeWitty. They, he fought a brave battle with cancer. But Marmalade is still going on, and Marmalade also was a cancer survivor, and Marmalade is living with FIV. Another Cats of Instagram picture. So if you're on Instagram, cats _of_ Instagram. Oh my God, look at this. Oh yeah, Colony Cats does great work. And should I be doing a Spiker watch that Jackie walked? I did not, DeWitty. I really just Jackie leaving just kind of it was really hard for me. So I have not watched them. I heard about Derecho after Jackie said her goodbye, that Derecho put his paw on her. And, I probably would have, burst into tears, and I didn't really want to do that. So I haven't watched them. I have heard other folks who have said that they're still going to be in mourning for a little bit, and that's certainly understandable. Hey, you guys have heard this, right? We've read Maya's story here. This is Maya Cat. Yeah, when I'm ready, DeWitty, I will look at that. I have seen the TikTok of the cat and the baby. Yes, it's funny. But you got to be very careful with TikTok, because TikTok can be a cesspool. I try to kind of just keep things positive. And there's a lot of negativity on TikTok. Hey, look at this. Let me see if I can... He's the one who has Cole and Marmalade. He got his start at Big Cat Rescue. We have a couple people. I don't think they're moderators, but who help with the Chatters page, who have done foster work with Chris. So he does a great job getting a lot of the community cats spayed and neutered. If they're tame, he does the fosters, and he does all that in the Tampa area. And he got his start there at Big Cat Rescue right in Tampa. Bonnie and I got a chance to go to Big Cat Rescue a couple years ago. Yeah, and I'm going to be honest with you, Sheepy. I think that whole Tiger King stuff is just a bunch of hooey, because I really think that Big Cat Rescue does a lot of great things. I really do. We went on the tour of that whole place. We learned a lot about it. And unfortunately, oh, you're welcome, Sue. They really shined a light on some of the bad things about people who keep. Does Chris know about FFRC? I would think he does. I don't know 100%. I'm actually Facebook friends with them, but I mean he's got 4,000 friends, so I'm not going to be, but I'm sure he does, because the couple folks that live in the Tampa area that support FFRC have done have done fostering for him. So, hello Sue, how are you? Yes, negativity sells. So.
Boo, negativity.
Yeah. So that's why I don't mention the guy's name, because the guy's a crook, and that's why he's in jail. So. But let me show you some more positive things. Now, let me see if I can find Cookie, because one of the Yogi. Remember when I was reading this last week? Very cute. Very. Yeah, I'm avoiding the ice. There's not much ice around here anymore, but boy, I'll tell you, my ribs are just hurting. Let me show you this. Here's Yogi and his new friend.
Good day to happen, waiting around through ups and downs, I just said, look.
Yogi is like the sweetest doggy, and he's got some issues. If you look at him, his eyes aren't great. Oh yeah. And unfortunately, Yogi's best friend passed away a couple months ago, and they were devastated. And they ended up getting a new doggy, a new puppy, and Yogi bonded with him, and they bonded so closely, and it's wonderful to see. So I think what I'm going to do next week is I'm going to reread Yogi's story. Yeah, 10 babies now. Yep. And it is baby season. I saw Derecho when I first came in, but he's sleeping somewhere now.
Oh, I feel like I just saw him too.
Yep. Let me show you what. Oh, that's not good. Let's who else did I want to we did the Save a Fox. I know what I was looking for. Of course I got sidetracked because of my search, and that is yes. Do you remember this guy? Oh yeah, that teacher book was great. This is Cookie. The girl who found Cookie um, he had severe burns all over him, and he is just about healed up now. But it took him a long time. Like he's still wearing this little shawl around him, so he's got a little bit left. But he has done a remarkable healing. I mean, he looked awful. So, let me see if, yes. So this is actually his wound, like maybe a month ago. Wait a minute, no, this is mid-July. Okay, yeah, so this was mid-July. And again, this is, um, uh, nowhere near as bad as it was because he was completely ripped open, and they did a couple surgeries on him. So, hello, Jory. But as you guys know, uh, I've actually sent Cookie's owner some money because some of the care that Cookie has received was in the thousands of dollars, and a lot of it didn't work. But looking at him now, it's just he is a big, you know. She found him this way out on the street with the burns all over him. They don't know what happened, but he's living his best life right now. Sweet boy. He looks a lot like Marmalade. So, this was the first few weeks with Cookie. Oh, really? Where at, Jory? Yeah, so they try to raise. Yeah, they absolutely is a. It's a absolute miracle. I mean that for Cookie to run into that girl who saved him and adopted him, and got him all sorts of vet visits and thousands of dollars. Oh, Jory, that's awful nice. We're only a couple states over. We're about 20 miles from the border of Ohio and Indiana. Hello, Ed Power. How are you? Well, congratulations, Jory. Uh, you are going to love that kitty. And you know what? Um, they're only going to get sweeter because it sounds like that maybe she was rescued from a feral colony. I don't know, but friend of mine rescued a cat or adopted a cat that was completely feral when they found them. And even though he's probably still not the most cuddly, he really, he's turned into a real, he looks a lot like Hamilton the Second. All right, so I am going to pack it up and get going. I have an 8 o'clock meeting tomorrow morning. Then I have an 8:30 meeting. Oh, thank you, Miss Charles. I'm glad you're here. And tomorrow's going to be fun. But I also have a doctor's appointment. I have a they're supposed to check out my shoulder to see if it's healing. But this whole arm has issues. Got my shoulder issues. I got my surgery on my elbow. Got the surgery on my wrist. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Ms. M. Thank you, Cat B. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Sidewinder. I will see you next week. What's that?
Thanks for that picture.
Oh, you're welcome.